All right, so this 12 millimeter bolt has RTV on it, or lock thread, thread locker. It's good to basically give it a nice little crank on it, and don't worry, you're gonna hear a couple cranks. It's not breaking the bolt. You'll be safe. Let's go back to the time lapse. All right, so door checker is out from the original car. As you can see, I was going to show you what's the difference between the eBay one and the OEM one. Not much of a difference. They're pretty much the same. They both have indicators. This one has an L for left, L for left. But if you look at the SKU that comes, or the number, that part number that comes with the kit, you'll see which one is front left, front right, and so what. So what there. Yeah, pretty much the same. What I wanted to show you is this one doesn't move. That's why it's not considered a failed part. This one here moves, and that's what caused the door not to stick. Like you see, it doesn't lock anymore in place. All right, let's put the original one, the new one on, and let's time lapse this. It's a pretty quick installation. All right, and that was it. So door checker is installed, and let's see if it works. Door's not closing anymore. As you can see, it comes out and back in. No problem there. All good. So that's done installation for today. I had to move the car a little bit back because the door had to be pushed open completely in order for the 12 bolt to align well with the door checker, but all good. All right, so we had to push the car to the outside, well, turn it on and reverse it, because we need the door to be open completely in order to adjust the door checkers. All door checkers are installed and doors are working perfectly fine. As you can see on the B-roll shots, I basically removed the rear driver's side panels and replaced the door checkers there, and also installed both panels on the driver's side and the rear driver's side. Everything is set and ready to go. We're just not going to tackle the door actuator and door lock actuator. And sorry for the wind, it's a little windy out here today, but we're going to get this done quickly because I am losing daylight and it's really cold out here. So I'm going to get this done pretty quick. Basically what we have to do is remove this connector cable that basically connects to the door actuators right here. We have 3 screws we have to remove, well, 4 we have to remove. We have to remove the window regulator screw. It basically pushes that out of the way so I can take out the actuator, the lock actuator out. And then we have to remove 3 screws, Phillips heads, and that removes the actuator by moving also a pin out of the way. So let's get to it. I'm going to time lapse this again. I'm running out of time. I want to save some daylight, and then we'll jump to the next maintenance installation, and that'll be the end of this episode. So let's get to this and do a time lapse. All right, so that was removed. Pretty easy removal step. I'm going to show you now how this door actuator doesn't work. Let's connect this here. All right, so it's connected. And we're going to connect the, oh, we can leave it like that. We'll use the key. Let's see if it works. So if I lock, oh, not working. Let's use the power button from the, the lock button from the driver's side. Let's see if that works. I'm gonna press it. That's unlocking it and it's not working. And if I lock it, as you can hear it, not working there. So this is not moving. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna disconnect the cable again, and sorry, get this out of the way. Disconnect the cable again. We have to basically remove this cover, put it onto the new lock actuator, remove these cables here with this door handle, and then we'll install it again. So let's see what, oh, we also have to remove this guy here and install it on the new one. So let's go to the table and get that done. All right, so we're back at the table. This is the new one. That's the old one. Now we just got to transfer some parts over to the new one. So we're going to get that done right now. Let's remove this cover here. I'm try to see if I can get a smaller Phillips head. And it's pretty easy. You just got to pop these guys out from this little clip here. And this one just slides up. And this one's a 90. All right, the 90's out, and this one should just slide up. There we go. So let's remove this also from here. And put everything onto the new one. All right, so that took a little longer, this part here, and to get to this loop, a little longer than what I wanted, but all we have to do is pop these guys back in. All right, that's good. And then put the cover back on. Yep. Screw in. Here we go. All right, so that's all set. Let's go back to the car. All right, so before installing it, we're gonna test out to see if it works. Let's connect it and then test it out. Move this out of the way there, and let's see if this works. There we go. There we go. That's unlock. That's lock. Unlock. Lock. So we're looking at it here. Unlock. Lock. Awesome. So let's get that installed and do a quick time lapse here. So basically, I'm covering everything up so that way when we drill into these rivets, it doesn't make a mess everywhere that we can't pick up. I also put like this shop towel right behind so that way it gets me pressure and doesn't allow the pedals to sink in like it's normally supposed to do while I'm drilling it out. I got my drill gun and drill bit, and we're going to start this. I'm going to do one in normal speed, and then the other one, we're just going to do a time lapse and get through it. So let's do this one first. All right. Let me try a new drill bit and see what happens. Try number 2, and we're going to max this guy out. Let's see. Oh, and that was a failed. Let's try again here. I don't think these drill bits are good. So let me try to see if I can find a better drill bit, and I'll be right back. I found some better drill bits in my toolbox. So let's try to see if this works. Try a larger one. Let's see. All right, and that was it. Wowzer. Man, that took a while. But yeah, basically it comes off. As you can see, the holes are there for the next piece to be put on, and then we're just gonna rivet in. Let me just take off my gloves here, and you'll see that is basically 2 pieces. You have the rubber piece, and you have the metal piece. All right, so we're gonna push that to the side there. And we're gonna get one of the new ones here for the replacement. I'm gonna put the rubber piece over it first. Okay. Make sure that it's put on there perfectly fine. Then the metal piece over it. Okay. And then we're gonna get the riveting tool. Have the riveting tool here. Make sure you use your gloves and safety goggles when using any of these tools. I have my safety goggle on. I'll show you right now. It's right here. have it on because you don't want any of that metal debris falling in your eyes, or the riveting shooting out of here, which is going to do that and hitting you right in the eye. So we're going to go put this on there and clamp one. There we go. And it shot out. And that's locked in there. It actually shot out, to be honest, and I'm not going to lie to you, and it hit me right in the head. So don't look directly to it. Don't do what I just did. It hit me like on the top of the head because I'm angled towards it. So don't look down at it. It'll do this job. So we're going to do that there. Okay. You're going to squeeze one time and then another time to get it. And it shoots right out. And it's tying it into place. Just a piece that shoots out. And the last one. Ah, man. All right, and that's in there. New, old, new. Look at the difference. Super fly. All right, so I'm gonna do this one off camera because we already know what we did, and I'm gonna meet you back at the table. So we're back at the table, and we're almost concluded with this episode. I just want to go over what we did today, a quick recap, and also a shout out one more time for Auto Interior Technic. The steering wheel wrap came out perfectly fine, and it's awesome. Can't wait to install it into the car and start using it. So get yours today and be patient. It's gonna get to you. It's handmade, and the reason why it's handmade is because it has a perfect fitment on your steering wheel. Now, with that being said, what we did currently in this garage at this moment or earlier, we replaced the door checker. As you can see, the door now stays and it's no longer slamming itself or hitting me in the shin, bruising my shin. We're going to close it and it opens up perfectly fine again. So that's awesome. The second repair that we did today for maintenance is the door lock actuator for the front passenger side. It unlocks and locks on its own. We also put all the panels back into the car for the doors. We're just missing the dashboard. That's going to come a little later for the updates of the engine start button. The harness is on its way. 2 days left for shipment, and it's going to arrive to me here and ready to install. The last thing that we did repairs on were the clutch and brake sport pedal covers. Um, those were pretty easy to replace, but as you saw, it broke a drill bit. Luckily, I found a more reliable type of drill bit company and did the work right away. So that's awesome. That's back to being super classy from Krusty. The tools that I used today were some safety glasses, safety gloves. I used a rivet tool, screw set adapters. I used some socket wrenches with some adapters, 10 and 12 millimeter for today for the sockets. I used a pick tool, a Phillips screwdriver, two different sizes of flatheads. I used two different sizes of drill bit. Luckily, I found a DeWalt one. That's the one that you should go for. Don't go for the cheap ones. They're going to break in half for you. I use a drill gun, my impact gun, and some trim removal tools. I also used this nice handy headlamp. Um, it was a lifesaver because I couldn't see in a lot of the areas that I needed to look at, like under the dashboard. This comes in handy. So if you have some extra money, get yourself one of these. I highly recommend it. One more time for the door checker. If you see that you remove it and yours moves like this, it's because that's the failure and that's what causes it for the door not to keep open on its own. It's going to slam back at you. Um, that's pretty much it. If you like what you see today, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Um, anything helps out. The more subscribers I have, the more likes I have, the more comments that I have, it helps me bring more entertainment to you and allows me to see that this is not all going in vain, and we're going to have more content for you in the near future. Like I said, every week, notification button, and that will notify you when I launch a new episode. The other thing you could do is that you could follow me in my IG page, Dro_ASAP_garage. I'm going to have sneak peeks of what the next episode is going to have there, and you can basically get your uh, access early from there. But I guess that's about it. The next major repair is going to be a big one. It's going to be a major repair on just the that part alone. I'm not going to say it right now. Go to my IG page. You should already probably see it there. I'm going to have a video just on that alone because that takes a lot of prep work, patience, and it takes some time to replace. This was your boy Dro, and I'm out. Peace.